And we're off. Sequoyah gains possession of the opening tip between the Sequoyah Chiefs and the St. Francis Lady Knights here in the third of 4 games in the Verizon Hoops for a Cure Tip-Off Classic. Alongside Marcus Burnett, I'm Colin Ritzik, bringing you all the action of today's events from St. Francis High School in Alpharetta, Georgia. And an early block from number 15, St. Francis, and that ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Sequoyah. He might have the real lineup here. Jump shot up and no good from 42, Kelly Hartman of Sequoyah. St. Francis pushes it back in transition. Sequoyah's got a pair of twins in their starting lineup. Both seniors, both captains. Kelly and Lauren Hartman. As number 1, Michelle Tampa leads the Knight offense. Missed three-pointer there. Sequoyah rebounds. This St. Francis team is just downright impressive in their size. I mean, they have 3 starters right now, up over 6'2", 2 of which are probably 6'4", maybe more than that. So Sequoyah has, pardon the cheesy pun here, Sequoyah has a tall task ahead of them if they're going to defend these Lady Knights down low. But a long three from number 21, Megan Garcia, the senior captain shooting guard, makes it a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Sequoyah Chiefs. First points scored of the game. St. Francis comes back to transition. Number 14, baseline, step away jumper off the back of the rim. Good look. If that's her shot, which it seemed like she did, it seemed like a good flowing shot, then you want her to keep taking those. Just barely missed. Megan Garcia misses a 3, just barely off the back of the rim. Out of bounds, over the backboard, and St. Francis ball. If you're just joining us, Brubaker Tech girls and boys got the first 2 wins of the first 2 games. Brubaker Tech girls beat Westlake, and the Brubaker Tech boys just now defeated Greater Atlanta Christian. So they've had a nice welcome to Alpharetta already as they went 2-0 for a school. Sequoyah with a rebound here, trying to push the ball up. Good defense. And we're going to call a push here on St. Francis. First foul of the game, first personal. Score still remains 3-0. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good crowd on hand here. It's been trickling more and more as the games go on. About 4 o'clock, it was pretty much me, Marcus, and the basketball players. But now we've got a stand full of faces, including the University of Connecticut's women's head coach, Gino Ariyama, is in attendance tonight. Other scouts as well. Sequoyah pushing the ball here. Hartman dishes out to number 2, Alyssa Cagle for 3, in and out. No good. Rebound, Hartman again though. Jump ball. St. Francis will have it. Michelle Tampa works it up the court, crosses half court. For as big as these St. Francis players in, there's been little penetration so far in this game. They attempted there, got it stolen, and they steal it right back. Michelle Tampa grabs the ball off the floor and immediately is fouled. That is going to be the first foul on the visiting Sequoyah Chiefs.
I think this is going to be a good matchup. Just when you look at how Sequoyah started, early 3-0 advantage. A well-coached team, moves the ball around, can knock it down against a team in St. Francis that can do it all as well. Think about a squad like St. Francis is you got to have a good start to give yourself a shot to win, but it's hard to be able to keep up the same level when you talk about minimizing penetration. It's hard to do that for an entire 4 quarters against St. Francis. but Sequoyah appears up for the challenge.
Sequoiah's been aggressive, more so than St. Francis have so far in this early first quarter. They seem to be a little more in tempo with their offense and what they want to do than St. Francis.
We talk about how well coached Sequoyah was. St. Francis is well coached enough to where I don't think we'll be able to make that same statement for too much longer.
At some point here soon, you got to start expecting St. Francis to start down low, work the ball inside, and then see what the outside's got. A good drive, dribble drive there from Tampa, dishes it out to Howell with the missed shot. Rebound, Kelly Hartman. Cross-court pass to Satterfield, Cagle throws it down, back out to no one, out of bounds.
If you're Sequoyah, you definitely want to minimize those turnovers. If you can make, St. Francis sputter out of the gate, then good, but you don't want to help them get going by turning the ball over.
Dodson with a missed shot there. Foul called on Ellie Howell of St. Francis. That is their team's second. Still 3-0 ball game here.
Like the defense played on that play by number 42 for Sequoyah, Kelly Hartman. Just two arms straight up. No fouling, making the shot tough as possible.
Take it out, forward, use it, cut. Hartman with the ball up top, dishes it into Garcia, cutting across the lane. Back out to Cagle from deep three. She just misses it. Good ball movement down low. Power move there. Up and in for two. And a steal from Nichelle Tampa. Dishes it to Maya Dodson. 2 buckets back-to-back, and the Lady Knights have the lead, 4-3.
Those two plays, that sequence, just a prime example of how things can get going very quickly for St. Francis when you look at the size. Not just that, the speed led by Nichelle Tampa. There we see a little high-low action. Coach DeWitt wants to get a timeout. They want to talk it over. So we'll take a timeout with them. When we get back, more here from the Verizon Hoop Score Cure. You're seeing Cassie Kittiwa, a little bit of high-low action, and she drops it down to Yasmin Ratliff, who takes care of the rest. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Welcome back. 6-3 ball game. St. Francis leads. Just got a steal. Pass in the lane. This ball's all over the place. Nobody's really had a full grip on it yet. And a foul committed by Sequoyah on Jayla Jordan. Jordan will go to the line to shoot two.
You mentioned nobody's really had a full grip on it just yet, but you see St. Francis trying to get that grasp on this game. I say the past few possessions have gotten them in a good position to do so.
Pass long for Melissa Cagle as the score moves up to 7-3 after Jordan made one of two free throws there on the last possession.
Now, you knew this would be a tough matchup for Sequoyah coming in. I think one of the things that makes it tough is, your chances of getting offensive rebounds are slim to none.
And that's going to put a lot of pressure on their outside shooting, which is kind of a tough thing to have your pressure be put on, because you don't want to have to rely on it so much that you're throwing up threes that you don't need to be throwing up. But at the same time, like you said, they're not really going to get any chance at all on the offensive boards. They're probably not going to have any luck working the ball inside. So that leaves them with threes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that leaves them with outside jumpers and three balls.
We saw Nichelle Tampa on the floater there. We saw her getting the steal and the assist as it was tossed in to Maya Dotson.
And if Sequoyah is able to run the floor and outrun the big bodies of St. Francis, they might have an opportunity there too, kind of like Brubaker did last game. Quick and aggressive in transition. But they're not going to really get any set plays run working the ball around the paint here against St. Francis. Cagle works the ball inside and gets fouled. Ball's on the floor.
Your Sequoyah, the three ball is obvious. The three ball is going to have to be an ingredient, in terms of the recipe here in this one. But you also got to find ways, even if it's not a three ball, get some fouls on St. Francis to where you can go to the line and take advantage of some opportunities to score without a Kushkitawa or a Nichelle Tampa right in your face.
That there is not going to work. Foul on Nichelle Tampa.
Just on this possession. On this possession, they've scrapped and stuck with it. They've gotten 2 fouls against them, just in the past 30, 40 seconds.
And if that can happen right there, they've got a shot. That may be the only mismatch on the floor. Kelly Hartman takes on.
A nice play by Hartman.
Jayla Jordan on the elbow. Backs her down, spin, jumper, and one. And she gets the free throw. It makes it a 9-6 ball game. And a block on the other end of the court for Kelly Hartman. She gets ball as Cassie Kushkitawa.
Looks like a lot of basketball in that one. Let's take another look at that one, man. Somebody must have got her with body.
They may have called it on number 24, her sister Lauren Hartman, on the front side with contact on the front, but the block from the back was all ball.
Two things I liked about that play for St. Francis. It was Tampa making a pass that caught Kushkitawa off guard. It was her being off guard as a post player, but still able to catch it and get a trip to the line.
And Cassie Kushkitawa is a very sought-after player and will be playing well into the season in the next 4 years in college basketball.
What gave you that impression that she was such a sought-after player?
Well, I was going to the restroom in between games here, and I ran into Gino Ariema.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's a pretty good indicator.
Figured the UConn basketball coach was here. She may or may not be playing college hoops, but we'll see. We'll see.
For sure.
Maybe he was here to check out the incredible SUV TV broadcast team. Wanted to give us a promotion up there to UConn, but who knows?
Yeah, you never know, man.
Sequoyah here with the ball. Errant pass goes out of bounds. St. Francis will recover. Maya Dodson inbounds. She's no slouch herself. She'll also be playing college hoops next year.
Seen Dotson on the block, but then we've seen her out on the perimeter guarding some of the smaller guards as well. Tough player to get around.
Jump shot from Nichelle. Ball goes back out top, swinging around. 3 ball from Tampa, up and over the rim. Into the first quarter, 9-6. Lady Knights lead the Sequoyah Chiefs. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
A better network as explained in a galaxy far, far away. Some networks promise unlimited data. Then they slow your downloads after just a gig or two. Verizon doesn't slow your stuff. Because when data is your only hope, better matters.
Welcome back to St. Francis High School in Alpharetta, Georgia, as we are watching the St. Francis Lady Knights take on the Sequoyah Chiefs. As Maya Dotson just missed a tough runner in transition. Ball goes back to Sequoyah. The Chiefs push it up floor. Chiefs in the black with yellow. Lady Knights in the white and blue. Tough miss there for Kelly Hartman. That's a shot she usually banks in from the low post. She gets a rebound though. Chiefs doing a good job of stretching out their possessions as Kelly Hartman banks a long jumper. She's been impressive so far tonight. Two jumpers from distance. One with a hand in her face and an and one.
Yeah, both jumpers with a hand in face. You look at Ratliff out there, had a hand up, I believe, on both of them. Good defense, just better offense on her behalf.
Nichelle drives, dishes out to Dodson. She drives, dishes out to Olivia Swanson. That ball is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Dodson. And a jump ball will stay on this side of the court with St. Francis. The size of the Lady Knights there coming back to kill you if you're the Chiefs. They just kept getting those boards. Rebound, pass, offensive rebound, pass, offensive rebound. Jump ball, and it stays down here with the Lady Knights.
It's tough because you got to work your tail off to get an offensive rebound, and with them, you know, it's almost 2 or 3 opportunities per possession.
Long jumper there from Jayla Jordan. Hartman brings the ball up, passes to her sister at the free throw line, back out to Garcia. She drives. Out to Emily Saras. Loses the ball. Jayla Jordan up in transition. Dishes in the corner to Tampa. 3 ball, too long. Tampa gets her own rebound. Brings it back out top, reset. Back in the corner now. Ratliff air ball is a 3. Emily Saras tries to drive the lane, gets the ball stripped. Jayla Jordan, 2 defensive plays in a row. This time in transition. Good composure. Body control through the lane. Turned and kind of a hook shot. One-handed kiss off the backboard, in for 2. Good pump fake there from Saras, but can't make anything come of it. Hartman with a rebound. This Sequoyah team is a young team. There's only 3 seniors, Garcia, Hartman, and Hartman. They are captains and starters. Other than that, 2 juniors and about 8 sophomores and a freshman. It's a young team here in Sequoyah with a tough task facing the defending Class A private state champions.
Hartman trying to lead by example.
She's doing a good job so far.
Just a broadcaster's jinx on that free throw. Chalk it up to that.
Dodson missed. Jordan, that's going to have to be a travel. Jump ball they call. To the Sequoyah Chiefs it goes.
Jordan, jump ball doesn't go away there, but we take a look at the ATL Peach Elite Series replay. Loses the handle for a little bit, but still enough to step through two She Chiefs and finish.
Did you call them She Chiefs?
Yeah, I was doing
That's awesome.
I was doing my homework, man, and I saw it on their Twitter handle, so I can't take much credit for it. I guess if that's the moniker they go by, when in Rome.
She Chiefs. All right. I'll start calling them by the She Chiefs. The She Knights here with the ball. Inbounding on the far sideline.
Hey man, I got the implicit endorsement by Sequoyah to be able to call them that. You might want to run that up the flagpole with St. Francis, man.
Okay.
We are here on their home court.
You're right. I'll keep it what it says on the jersey. The Lady Knights into their star, Cassie Kishigawa. She gets fouled as she tries to go up strong. She'll head to the line to shoot two. Sorry if I butcher that name as we're in transition. That's a hard one to say quick.
And I've had plenty of practice with Peach State basketball and her playing for FBC. It's Kush Kiddawa.
Kush Kiddawa.
And I got your back, man.
All right.
We're 1-2 teaming this entire game.
Kush Kiddawa banks in the second after missing the first. Out to Hartman. Airballed three there from Julie Mitchell. Cassie with the pass out to Jordan. Barely misses a three. Peyton Satterfield with the rebound. She pushes tempo up floor. She pumps, gets a three, in and out. No good for the She Chiefs.
And I think that's a good look. You know, they really have time. It was a no pass three in transition, but I'll take it. That's a good look. That's a better look than I'd say about 80% of the possessions that they've had. So Coach DeWitt can live with that.
I agree. She's moving the ball. It's open. She's at her own tempo, so she's not catching a ball off a screen or anything. She's setting herself up. Barely missed it. She's upset with herself, which is a good sign in a competitor. You got to think you're going to see that one again sometime in this ball game. As Michelle Tampa sinks the first of two.
Kelly Hartman's checking back into the game, man. Let's take a look at that. Here's why, like we said, you can take that three. Here's a shot that Hartman's going to use the shot fake, still able to recover and get a hand up. Now, she's knocking down a high degree of difficulty shot, but those are the type of looks that you're going to have to knock down. So why not take a transition three if it's open?
Absolutely. 14-8 is the score here. Ball gets batted away. Up to Jordan. Too much. Much too much. Ball careens off the backboard and into the hands of the She Chiefs. Julie Mitchell inside. Hartman's shot is no good. We're going to have a foul on Jordan. 1-1 for Emily Serres here on the free throw line.
Number 5,
Ellie Howell checks in for Cassie Kushkitawa. Got it right that time. This is my first time seeing her play, but I feel like she's seen more bench time so far in a game than she usually does. Am I wrong?
Well, it's been a while since I've been able to see them play as well, but they're used to having such a deep team that, you know, really kind of depends on the game, the matchup, and what they think might be necessary. So it kind of varies. Got a great coaching staff that's really sensitive to the needs of each game there on the St. Francis bench.
Right now we've got Yasmin Ratliff and Maya Dodson, as well as Jayla Jordan.
Then not just that, you can obviously coaches have their rationale, but you can be kind of cavalier about your substitutions when you sit one player with the height of Kushkitawa and you bring in a Yasmin Ratliff. I mean,
exactly. Like you said, they're deep. They've got on the floor currently 3 players taller than 4. of the Sequoyah She Chiefs. And what I meant by that was 4 of these Sequoyah players match up well with the point guards. Only 1 player on Sequoyah's team comes anywhere close to the size that these 3 girls in for St. Francis right now bring to the table. Harbin ball drives the right lane, just misses off the right side of the rim. Tampa in transition, can't keep her footing. It's going to call tripping on Sequoyah.
Man, that was good expression work by the ref, man. He kind of got into that one. As you're going to see the trip come up. Tampa, man, she's so hard to run with and keep in front of. Inadvertent trip there. But you can look at the ref with the leg work, man.
That's great. That looks like they're beginning to some type of dance. Jordan makes the second free throw. Pardon me, the first free throw.
Sometimes the referees can make the game a little bit funny. I mean, we're not here to see them. We're here to see the teams. But, you know, like slow pitch softball. You've never seen anything funnier than an umpire in slow pitch softball, especially if somebody strikes out. You'll see nothing funnier.
Yep, it's a spectacle. I agree. Referees, their job is to not get noticed, really. But sometimes like that, when they got an opportunity, they throw a little flair into it.
And I'll take getting noticed for that versus getting noticed for making an hour-and-a-half game last 2.5 hours because you're calling too many fouls. I'll take that lesser of 2 evils any day.
Yep.
Number 24, Liz Swanstead, checking in for St. Francis.
Emily Serra is here, the freshman small forward. On the line.
Back on the court for the Lady Chiefs.
That ball had some hang time on it.
Yeah.
That ball almost hit the wire on the way up. And she makes her second. 17-9. Lady Knights lead the Sequoyah Chiefs. Tampa outside to Jordan. Long 2 is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by St. Francis. Into Dodson. Just too much height. Catches the ball up top, stays up top. Uses her size to keep the defender off her and just goes in for an easy 2 points. And like we talked about earlier, that offensive rebound just kind of seemed a little too easy for St. Francis, whereas Sequoyah has to bust their butt for every rebound on either side of the floor. I think as this game goes on, you might just see a complete wearing out process of the Sequoyah Chiefs to where it's almost not even fair on the boards.
Yeah, good teams do that to you. You know, you might have a good start and you might come out intense because, you know, for everything that we look at St. Francis doing right and the weapons that they have, for Sequoyah to still be in striking distance, I think it says a lot about how methodical they've been and how gritty that they've played. So we give them credit as well. But good teams make it to where even with a valiant effort over 2, 3, 4 quarters, it just gets to a point where that battle of attrition takes place, man.
Aggressive move from Lauren Schlutty there on the offensive rebound. However, jump ball as she goes to the floor, sends it back to St. Francis. We're going to have a timeout called here. 19-9, St. Francis Knights lead the Sequoyah She Chiefs. 2.5 minutes left until halftime. We'll be right back. And we're back here from coverage from St. Francis High School in Alpharetta. The St. Francis Lady Knights, the home team, just committed travel, turn the ball over, but they lead Sequoyah 19-9. And Sequoyah's, not necessarily doing anything wrong, playing a bad game by any means. They just don't have the same type of opportunities that St. Francis does in a game like this. They have to really work for everything they have and are going to have to shoot very high percentage from here on out if they're going to get back into this game. Pounds dishes to Cagle. Cagle out to Satterfield. She takes a long three. That's no good. Dodson's shot is no good. The rebound off of her hands and into Sequoyah's possession. The ball goes. On the floor currently, there is not a single senior. 3 sophomores and a junior and a freshman for Sequoyah.
And number 2, Kennedy Powell is that freshman. Keep an eye on Powell. A very solid player, can get end-to-end very quickly. Outstanding motor. Also the daughter of a coach who has a pretty good feel for the game as well. He sets the bar high, and I think she's going to be very solid for the Lady Knights over her years here.
Another timeout. 19-9 remains the score. A little more excitement from the fans as we go further into the night. More energy. You see some folks dancing, some folks getting groovy up in the stands. Gino RM is being a good sport and taking pictures with people. As I said, when we started here tonight, there was hardly anybody watching this game. The 4 o'clock game right now, we got almost full stands. Got to think by the time the boys game tips off later tonight.
Full stands, and as you mentioned, not just parents, fans. Gino Oriema, as mentioned, here on site taking in some basketball. I need to send a Red Bull over there, Gino. It's been a long trip on the recruiting trail. Even Gino getting a yawn in over there.
I was thinking when I saw him earlier, what does his week look like? Has he been in Georgia already? Did he fly down here for this game specifically? Where was he before this? I don't know the answer to these questions. I'm just curious out loud.
I know earlier in the week they were in Ohio taking on Ohio State, team that was currently ranked 7th in the country. I think they beat them by about 40. And that's no disrespect to Ohio State. Love what Kelsey Mitchell is doing. One of the top in the nation in scoring. Great going into her sophomore year. But, again, they ran into that buzzsaw called the UConn women's basketball program.
Oriema, no doubt, down here watching the number 3 player in the ESPN Top 100, Cassie Kush-Kitawa, as well as the number 11 player in the ESPN Top 100, Maya Dodson. That's number 11 and number 15, respectively, on the St. Francis Lady Knights basketball team. As Sequoyah here. Satterfield pushes right, gets her shot blocked. Sequoyah ball still. Satterfield upset with herself early on in the game.
And one thing that just kind of hit me, as good as St. Francis has been, as tough as it has been for things to come by for Sequoyah, man, they're down 10 points. They have a chance to go in at halftime, really right there.
Absolutely. If they can make a stop, well, they get the ball here again. If they can knock one shot down, get a stop, heck, even maybe knock another one down. 8 points, 6 points maybe. Anything under 10 or at 10, they got to be excited about where they are going into halftime. But with that kind of passes, they're not going to stay. Only down 10 points. Offensive rebound from McDaniels. Dishes it out. Long three is an air ball. Jasmine Ferrero passes it out of bounds. Sequoyah basketball. 24 seconds left until halftime. 19-9 is the score. Cagle to Saras. Saras pushes in the lane. She's got an open lane until it's no longer open. Yasmin Ratliff filled that up, jumped, and blocked her shot. I mean, just honestly, no chance. No chance. In the lane with her camped underneath the basket. If you're going to try to hit a runner like that, standing at, all 5 of 6 of you versus what looks like 6'4" Yasmin Ratliff, That shot is low percentage. 3 seconds left. Alyssa Cagle doesn't get the shot off in time. And it's going to be 19-9 going into the half. St. Francis Lady Knight leads the Sequoyah She Chiefs by 10. We're here at St. Francis High School bringing you the third out of 4 games of tonight's Friday coverage of Verizon Hoops for the Cure Classic, brought to you by SEV TV. I'm Colin Ritzik alongside Marcus Burnett. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after halftime.
A better network as explained in a galaxy far, far away. Some networks promise unlimited data. Then they slow your downloads after just a gig or two. Verizon doesn't slow your stuff. Because when data is your only hope, better matters. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, December 18th.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. It allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
A better network as explained in a galaxy far, far away. Some networks promise unlimited data. Then they slow your downloads after just a gig or two. Verizon doesn't slow your stuff. Because when data is your only hope, better matters. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, December 18th.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's ladies' marquee matchup between the St. Francis and Sequoyah Chiefs. St. Francis leads the She Chiefs 19-9. Good pass into Dodson. She finishes with a floater, 21-9. It's a great pass there from Tampa. She saw Dodson driving up the lane. Good cut off the ball from Dodson. Good finish.
Colin, I always like to ask the question if somebody had just turned this game on, they didn't see it up to this point, what would be the best nutshell summary you would give them on the game up to this juncture and why the score is what it is?
I would say that pure hustle and aggressiveness from Sequoyah has kept them within 10 points, now 11 points. They've been great off the ball. They've been great on just fighting tooth and nail to get a rebound. So that's what's kept them in the game. But in terms of I mean, you can only score 9 points. They don't really have options. They have to shoot pretty much every shot from the outside. And so, I mean, they're shooting decent, probably something like 35% from jump shots. So, I mean, that's why they only have 9 points. But the reason it's as close as it is because Sequoyah is as aggressive as anybody we've seen all night. The reason they're down now, 14 points, is because St. Francis is just too good. They're too big. They get too many opportunities that are almost easy. And that was a long three from Dodson, not an easy opportunity by any means. Now on the flip side, St. Francis has not been playing up to their ability. They've had some missed opportunities. Down low, ball goes to Kishkitawa. She doesn't handle it cleanly but gets it back. Out to Howell, around to Tampa. Tampa drives. Ball out of bounds on Sequoyah. She gets her driving layup stuffed. And we're going to reset here out of bounds. McDaniels bring it in. Good pass in for McDaniels. Tampa just three ball from Cagle, in and out. Pounds gets the rebound left into the lane. Driving gets it stripped by McDaniels. Tampa here on the tempo. Throws it just too far.
Number 2, Kennedy Powell checking in for the Lady Knights. Number 24, Lauren Hartman back on the court for the Chiefs.
Cagle brings it up the floor. Hartman looking for anything, doesn't know if she wants pass shoot, drives it inside. Anticipated well by Dodson, she picks it off, goes the other way, coast to coast, gets through the pass. Gotta appreciate her not giving up on the play like that. Three ball, no good. Oh, it is good. Just sat straight up. I thought it was gonna roll out, and it just.
She's earned that bounce.
She has. It's 30-15 now. As that pass. So St. Francis went on an 11-0 run, started a 6-0 run, and has brought the game back to 30-15 with 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Cagle brings the ball up, passes it to Mitchell. Ditches it outside, gets it stolen by Kennedy Powell. She gets Lauren Hartman. Hartman tries to push the floor. Over to Sally Pounds, nothing doing for her. Cagle up top, wide open three. Nothing doing, Tampa gets the ball, transitions back. Tampa doing a good job of initiating contact, went right after Cagle. Didn't really give her much of an option. Is either get out of the way or I'm going to score.
Guys around Tampa, sometimes she could be a little bit underrated in terms of being the straw that stirs the drink, so to speak. You look cohesive as a unit if you don't have Tampa there spreading.
Exactly. Could have out Tampa stretching the floor and making some runs, keeping Sequoyah on their toes rather than let them get set in a defensive, like you said, stirring the drink here for the Lady Knights. Little to no penetration whatsoever for the Sequoyah Chiefs, and that's really going to be the story of the game. Not a lot of opportunities.
And there's been times we've seen them penetrate where, to be able to score, and if it wasn't a Kushkudawa coming in, it was, Yasmin Ratliff, or it was a Dodson.
If there ever is a hole for them to drive through in the lane, it gets closed quick.
Yeah.
With this lengthy, tall Satterfield, 3. It's good. Helping Sequoyah out, 32-18. Tampa reverses court, brings it back to Powell at the top. Shoot a 3. That one is going to be way off. Sarah's with the rebound. She's trying to push it up the floor. She takes all the way. Tampa, Sequoyah basketball. 54 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. She Chiefs to inbound, going to go out to Satterfield. Hartman, great hustle play, sees the floor, throws a pass off her position. She does what she's been doing, drawing contact, going straight at the rim, straight at the Sequoyah. Block is called on Peyton Satterfield, her first.
Well, our coach DeWitt and Sequoyah, they didn't come over here for a moral victory, and I'm sure they're still focused on trying to cut this game. I think either way is still a positive for them because, relatively speaking, you look at a team in the St. Francis, what they have on their schedule after this game, they got to be able to feel like with the weapons that they've seen tonight and being able to make sure they stay within a certain proximity, they got to feel good about it possible and still hang around.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job of hanging around. They haven't – they're just as aggressive on the boards, flying around, not afraid to get on the floor after a rebound as they were in the first half. And for that reason, it's still 14. A grain of salt, 14-point ball game is usually a little more out of hand than this one is, but the team you have and the team you're going not bad.
Yeah,
they're the best way to put it.
They're making St. Francis beat them. They're not giving them the game. St. Francis is just team there. Maya Dotson. I think when you do that.
Better network as explained in a galaxy far, far away. Some networks promise unlimited data after just a gig or two. Verizon doesn't slow your stuff. Because when data is your only hope, better matter. Begins December 18th.
Until one of these teams will be claimed a victor. Sequoyah with the ball. Ratliff out of bounds off Sequoyah. 18 is our score here. If you're just joining us, I'm Colin Ritzik alongside of Marcus Burnett broadcasting. Appreciate it. Hope you guys can stick around for the final game of tonight's broadcast. St. Francis boys versus Sacred Heart Christian. Called for a travel before she tries to put up a jumper.
You look at Nichelle Tampa, a junior, their number general. It's fun to be able to see them in the game at the same time. It's kind of like we have that Teague and Schroeder lineup for the Hawks. You got the incumbent, the guy that's got more years, more experience, and then you've got the player a more and more important part of the franchise, and it's fun to watch both of them out there on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, she's been at this for a while, and Powell, just a freshman, like you said, it's a little refreshing to see almost more of an aggressive streak. It's all new to her, and it does bring an exciting duo to this game.
The freshman for Brubaker Tech on the boys' side, Desmond Williams, there in that victory over GAC.
It's into the line to shoot two. She makes the first, which pushes this to 37-18. Beginning to queue up.
Hey man, there's a reason they got those yellow ropes.
If you're some old guys sitting in their student section. Good aggressive move from. She's been making good decisions all night long. Good threes for Sequoyah, and also doing plays just like that, drawing contact, being aggressive, taking it to the hole when she has the opportunity. Team that's been able to hang in for so long.
Both of these teams have reason to be optimistic on the girls' side, but even on the basketball overall side of things, the Sequoyah boys did a great job in terms of just the energy around that program. Players like Jordan Usher recently got an offer from Arizona to Navy, so Sequoyah doing some good things on the boys' side as well. We'll have also a 2015 state champion on the boys' side.
We're going to get them here about probably 20-30 minutes at the conclusion of this game. But for now, Tampa, the floor general, ball knocked away all the way back court, dishes it to Dodson. Dodson with a baseline rebound. She misses. Cagle with the rebound. She pushes the floor. Fast break, up and in. The freshman, good defensive play, remains under control, doesn't on the fast break. She gets an easy layup there. Corner three, no good.
Number 33 and number 5.
Sally Pounds will enter in for Sequoyah. Lauren Hartman and Peyton. Hartman with a jumper. She's at the top of the key, dishes to Tampa. Tampa goes inside for Kushkitawa. She cannot hold on to it. It's stripped away from her and out of bounds. Foul outside. Back to Ferrero. She takes a long two. It's no good. To Hartman, back to Cagle. They're going to push it up now. Pounds the ball at the top of the key. She had a shot, thought about it. Got a little nervous, didn't want to shoot. Cagle drive, left hand, close to a good finish, but a good drive regardless. Kushkitawa back from Sequoyah. Good pump fake by Cagle. Short.
Fighting for jump balls. Motivating the team there is Kelly Hartman, number 42.
Knee pads on women's teams than you do on a guys team, and I kind of just figured out why. I think on that play, multiple girls slid for the ball. They went down to their knees, kind of slide to get a loose ball, whereas on guys, you kind of just see them flop their whole body down. Yeah. 33 Lauren Schlein Cagle, left-handed floater, athletic move, and she gets it to go. That was a right-hander making a tough left hand on the move on the baseline there for Alyssa Cagle. Impressive stuff as Tampa drives the ball in the baseline, dishes out to Powell. Spin move, baseline runner. Gets it stolen, however, Herrera to inbound. 39-20 is our score here with 4 minutes. 32, Gabby Burrell for Yasmin Ratliff. As does Jayla Jordan in 3 for Alyssa Cagle. She's had 2 nice buckets in a row. 39-23 is our score. Tampa dishes to Jordan, who could not hold it. Sequoyah basketball.
For the Lady Chiefs, number 15, Dotson checking back in for the Lady Knights. Halftime Sports, a local faith-based marketing company, is proud to present the 6th annual Verizon Hoops for the Classic. This is also a producer and organizer for the Dejon Parker Classic, which takes place next weekend at Milton High School with some of the top teams and players in the
We talked about Jordan Usher for Sequoyah. Looks like she's right there in front of that St. Francis student section. Atlanta Celtics program mate there with Kobe Simmons.
In the meantime, Megan Garcia hits another 3. That's her evening. Cagle with a steal. Lawrence Schletty could not corral it back up top to Hartman. Over to Garcia. She attempts another 3. That one is off the front of the rim. Kushkina with the rebound. And Powell will bring it up for the Lady Knights. Timeout called by St. Francis. 39-26 is our score with 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. It's a full timeout. This game and a whole other game left to play here on SUV TV. St. Francis, Michelle Tampa with the ball. Looking for room to run. Alyssa Cagle with a more of a soccer move than a basketball move, but she kick saves the ball out of Francis.
Number 5, Sally Pounds back on the court for Sequoyah.
Into Kushkina. She counter who goes up and gets fouled by the little Alyssa Cagle on the not little Maya Dodson.
Number 15, Maya Dodson back at the free throw line.
Dodson makes her first, and that's the 40th point tonight for St. Francis. 40-26 is our score. And she's 2 for 2 from the line. Sally Pounds. How in the world did she get that off?
I'm not sure. Pocket.
We'll see about that. Up against Yasmin Ratliff, who's looking like 6'4". Like you said, out of the pocket. She shot it probably from about her waistline. Almost went in too, but she gets fouled and is shooting 2.
About pedigrees with Garrett Covington playing earlier, his father playing in the NFL. Yasmin Ratliff, daughter of Theo Ratliff, played Sixers teams with Iverson. One of the better shot blockers They're in the league. His Twitter handle, Shot Blocker 42, I think it is.
Oh, speaking of shot blocker, it should be shot blocker 15 as Maya Dotson gets a handful and then puts it up. No good. Kush Kidwell pulls down the rebound. She's swarmed down low. This Sequoyah team is just not giving on number 24, Lauren Hartman of Sequoyah.
Number 34, Emily Serres checking in for the Chiefs.
Tampa crosses over Cagle, drives to the corner, tries to hand it off again, allows the defense to reset. Dodson gets it stripped. Serres up to Hartman. Hartman in Tampa by her and get an open shot, but just a little too excited on the shot.
Had the speedy Tampa in front of her. Knowing reinforcements are in pursuit when you look at the number 14, Jayla out there.
Tampa is just fast. This was an open shot for Ratliff, but she was not able to bring the pass in smoothly. Cagle was in the process of running down a lead pass, which could have led to a layup, but Tampa just kind of grabbed her by the shoulder and brought her down, foul. And she's lucky that's not a little flagrant on her. Shortest person inbounding against the tallest person on the floor in Kush Kidwell. Three ball is no good. Serres chases after it, but no luck. With a minute 39 to go. And St. Francis calls a timeout for 17 with a minute 34 to go. They call a timeout.
Special thanks to all our tournament sponsors for the 2015 Verizon Wireless Hoops for the Cure Class.
Peyton Saddles checking in for Emily Serres and Alyssa Cagle for the Sequoyah She Chiefs. Michelle Tampa at the line, 1-1. Her first is good. Rim, backboard, rim, and in. She'll shoot her second. Second free throw is no. Over to Pounds, who does not hesitate with a three, just short. Rebound. Foul called on Kelly Hartman. That is her third foul, team 8th foul. So we will see Ratliff shoot two here.
This looks like another 2-minute stretch where it might take just as long as a couple of the quarters have taken.
Especially if teams continue to call timeouts when the game is pretty much in hand. Satterfield, the three, off the mark, rebounded by Kelly Hartman, who puts it back up and in. And on with the fouling we go. Satterfield hold of Michelle Tampa, and Tampa will go back to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Number 1, Michelle Tampa back at the free throw line.
Misses her first, rebounded by Lauren Hartman. Satterfield at top of the key, over to Hartman. She's looking for her sister down low, who's guarded well by Kushkitawa. To Tampa, and Tampa will push it up the floor. Tampa's remained at the same energy level all night long. She's been, whereas you can see these Sequoyah defenders are just not in the same conditioning level as Tampa. Jayla Jordan tries a three, no good. Lauren Hartman rebounds to Satterfield. The open hole down low, cuts through two defenders and hits it an easy layup.
Tampa with the 97. Their 2K16. They're on the game.
And that's going to do it here for our third of 4 games. This one was between the St. Francis Lady Knights and the Sequoyah Lady out on top 44-30. And up next, we've got the main event, the St. Francis Knights versus the Hart Christian out of Alabama. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Get your popcorn. Get you a nice Code Coke.